Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler V series V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, Christmas isn't far away, so this item is particularly appropriate. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirts. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? It happens to be my brand spanking new, boom, my J-Man shirt. Yeah, boy. Who the fuck is J-Man, though? So J-Man is probably, he's a musician out of the sort of like, Cleveland, Ohio area. He's probably most or best known for his run with the band Mushroomhead. He was one of the founding members, was, one of the long-term vocalists. Eventually kind of, phased out for a while, then came back in, and then eventually phased back out. But I was actually really fortunate last night. I went out to go see a band called A Killer's Confession, who also consists of one of the previous other singers of the band Mushroomhead. And he actually was, going on tour with them, and they were performing Mushroomhead songs. So it was super cool. It's actually, I love Mushroomhead, but it's actually only the second time I've been able to see J-Man perform live. And it was awesome. The guy's a fucking phenomenal performer, so I had to get his shirt. And I love this shirt. I actually have a bunch of videos from that performance, plus other Mushroomhead stuff that I've seen over the years. Just in case maybe you want to check them out, they are on the channel. If nothing else, I can point you in the right direction, because, fuck, man, I love Mushroomhead. And I like I love Killer's Confession, so. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it appropriate? Because Christmas is coming along. Well, I've been meaning to review this for a little bit, and I'm finally getting to it. And again, we are just, time I'm doing this, days away from Christmas. It's Boom! It's from Jeni's Ice Cream. This is their Boozy Eggnog flavor. Obviously a very seasonal Christmas flavor. I have reviewed some stuff from Jeni's before. I'm a big fan of their products. And I'm not going to lie, I have a little bit of crush on Jeni herself. I follow her on Instagram. She's adorable and, she's super pretty. So, and I love she's always doing super cool stuff. But it's got a little story. It says, my grandfather always spiked his eggnog with whiskey. It's the Midwestern way, and I wouldn't go a holiday without it. Our friends at Uncle Nearest blend small batch Tennessee whiskey that's smooth sipping, soul warming, and that honors Nearest Green, the first known African American master distiller. We've made many iterations of our nutmeg laced boozy custard over the years, but this one is steeped in history, traditions, and love, and just might be my favorite of all. And that's from Jeni herself. Cool! Let's get a thing for the thing here. It looks like this. What kind of Funny thing is, she brings it up as being a Midwestern thing. Up until really relatively recent years, never really ran into the boozy eggnog. It's never a thing on either side of my family, so. Which considering, but let's give it a shot. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, son. Okay. That's got more of a kick than I was expecting. It's not crazy or anything, but typically, because I have had boozy eggnog, as an adult, when I have had it, it ranges pretty heavily as, because obviously it's going to be, how much you apply, the quality of the whiskey and stuff, or whatever booze you're putting in it. But I wasn't expecting it to be as prominent as it is. It's not abrasively prominent or anything, but it's kind of nice to see that it's not just a little subtle thing, it's actually there and doing stuff. And that's just so good. I mean, I can't say enough good things about Jeni's. It does cost more. No two ways about it. A pint of Jeni's is probably about twice as much, maybe even a little bit more than like some Ben and Jerry's. It's way more than like Haagen-Dazs or something like that. It does cost you, but as an occasional treat, you do taste the difference. And mind you, I really like Ben and Jerry's, and Haagen-Dazs is fine. But I have to admit, Jeni's, like, just the quality of the ice cream, like, it's very nice and creamy. It has a nice bite to it. It's really good. And it's been a little bit since I've had anything from Jeni's. Because, again, it does cost a little bit. So it's something that, here and there. But that's nice. The eggnog flavor is really nice. It has it's not, because eggnog is, let's be honest, it's something of a divisive, drink. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm a big fan. In fact, last year for Christmas, I did a eggnog review special. You can go watch that if you're interested. I reviewed a shitload of eggnog. I really like it. I think it's great. But, sometimes it can be a little bit too eggy or, what have you. But that's not the case here. Like, it's really nice. It tastes the way that I personally like an eggnog to taste. And then, you do just get that hit of the whiskey. And for some people that might be off-putting, if you don't drink or what have you. Like, I don't really drink, but, like, I don't mind, flavorings and stuff like that. And, I'll have a little drink here or there, something or other. But, like, I like the way that it hits. Because it doesn't overtake the eggnog flavor. The eggnog flavor itself is really nice. Again, the ice cream itself is really tasty. But it gives it an edge, But I like the fact that it really gives it personality, and you can actually taste, like, the caliber of the whiskey. It actually has, like, a nice, defined flavor and part of the whole thing. It's not just there to warm it up a little bit. Yeah, I really like that. I like that a lot. All right. Well, put this over here. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, I have to go with yes and yes. I think in both counts, like, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't my favorite Jeni's ice cream that I've had. I'd put it probably, out of all the ones I've had, maybe somewhere in the middle. I like it. I think, like I said, it hits the way that I want it to hit. If I had any criticism of it, I do think personally I would like a little bit more of the eggnog flavor. Not a lot, but like just a little bit. I do prefer a little bit stronger eggnog. But other than that, like I said, I really like the whiskey that they chose for it. I think that flavor actually worked really nicely. I really like the edge that it gave to it. And it is something where, as a treat, as a holiday thing, sure. I could see myself getting this again, going over there, cracking it open around Christmas time, what have you. It's just like a fun little thing for myself. Because I do overall, I like it a lot. Jeni's, like I said, she and they and their whole organization, they do a really good job. And I think this is a nice one. And if I'm recommending it, I'm going to recommend it. Like, again, in the past, some of the Jeni stuff, like, I've raved about it and I've, just gone off the walls about how much I loved it. Not going to quite do that with this. I do like it. This is one, though, that, like, if you see it and it sounds appealing to you, give it a go. But I wouldn't consider it required tasting off of Jeni's flavors. Like, because, again, at least for me personally, I do feel like the eggnog flavor was just a little bit more subdued than I personally would, or than my personal preference. But otherwise, it's really tasty, and worst case scenario, I don't think you're going to dislike it. And, I think even if you're somebody who's not into, like, alcohol and stuff like that, you could probably get away with this one. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of months, dependent rest of your year. Folks, go over there yourselves a truly eggnog-tastic rest of your life. Because fuck it, man. Like I said, I like eggnog. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what type of eggnog is your jam? Or do you not like it, or, what have you? Because like I said, like the Boozy eggnog thing, I didn't run into that until I was older, And, but it was a thing. Like, I knew it was a thing that existed, but, like, I didn't know anybody who did it. So, but let me know, was it like a family thing for you, or, are you like me, where it was just fairly oblivious to that whole thing? Anyway.